Okay. Bear with me while I set up my mic. Just put that there. The mic. This probably sounds really weird on the mic. And we tape it to the melon. Okay, well, welcome back to another video. Am I centered in this couch? Welcome back to another video. This is my DJI Osmo Mobile 3, wow, it's a mouthful, review. I've had this for lots and lots of weeks now, and it's time to talk about it. Time to talk about some of the good bits, some of the not as good bits, and we'll go from there. As always, if you have any questions that I have not covered, leave a comment down below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. You can also follow me on Instagram at _EKTech_ on Instagram, and same thing on Twitter at _EKTech_ on Twitter. So go follow me there, and you can DM me with any questions you have. Ooh, links to those will also be down in the description below if you can't remember them. Anyway, let's get into the video. The first thing that I really want to talk about is, of course, all the good things about this. All the stuff that I found were really nice. So, of course, ergonomics. Ergonomics are so nice on this thing. It feels amazing to hold. It's so nice. It fits your hand. The button placement is just perfect. Like, they've well thought this through. If you're worried about it being uncomfortable when you hold it, no. Don't worry about that. It is not uncomfortable to hold. So comfortable. I highly recommend it. On to the next thing. Weight is a big thing when it comes to buying gimbals, either for your phone or like a DSLR camera, or really a gimbal for just about anything, is the weight. How heavy is it? Like, how much weight is it going to add to my setup of filming? So this thing, super light. Super light. It's made of plastic, but don't let that scare you off, because it's not like the cheapo dollar store plastic. It's like nice, high quality, thick plastic. Like, that ain't gonna break on you anytime soon. Like, it is solid feeling. So solid. I love it. And it's not even that heavy. It's really not that heavy. Like, yeah, it adds a little bit of weight. Like, it adds probably about a phone's weight. Like, the weight just feels like you're holding two phones. So it's really not all that heavy. But it's super comfortable. One of the other things I'd like to talk about is the smooth motion with it. Like, so smooth. So smooth. Like, I'll play you some footage probably towards the end of the video. Actually, no. You know what? Scratch that. Play some now. Do it, like, right now.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. I gave you everything, held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me, hold your hand while the pain was over, keep you warm by the roaring sea. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me. Oh you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the world to me.
That footage is recorded at 30 frames per second, not 60. That's 30. 1080 30. It's insane. That's all the gimbal. That's the gimbal making the difference. It's insane. It looks so nice. So if you really want a good gimbal for your phone that has some smooth rotations, highly recommend. Very good. Those are the most of the things. So let's list them. High quality, very ergonomic, very light, very smooth use. So those are some big 4 things. Like those 4 will make the biggest difference when using these things. Charges USB-C, not micro USB like the last version, but it charges USB-C. That's awesome. I've only had to charge it twice. I've had it for probably about 3 weeks now. That's awesome, and I use this for filming a lot of videos, so you might have seen some prior videos with it in it, like the how I reuse and recycle video. There were some gimbal shots in there. Alright, now we're going to talk about the not as great things. We're going to get to the overall verdict on whether I'm keeping this or reselling it. We're going to get to that at the end. That's coming. That'll be my personal opinion. But my opinion might be different than your opinion after watching this video. It's up to you. If you buy it, I'll have a link to that down below so you can find it and you can purchase it yourself for the exact same price that I purchased mine for. So if you want it, links to that down below. I will get to that later in the video. Anyway, some of the problems that I had were mostly software stuff. So the Mimo app, the DJI Mimo app, which is the app that you use to connect the gimbal to the phone. It's a little bit, it takes some time to learn all the different features. I still have not learned all the features, and I've used this a lot. Like, there's so many different features. Now, it is very feature-packed, but it's a learning curve. Keep that in mind. Also, when you first set it up, I didn't put this in my unboxing video because of how long it took, but the length of time of how long it took to set that gimbal up, software-wise, was insane. Like, it probably took a solid 10 to 15 minutes from downloading the app to finishing and using the gimbal. Solid 10 to 15 minutes. There was a whole bunch of stuff, like firmware updates that it needed to be doing. They made you create an account they made you create a DJI account so that you can use the gimbal. So keep that in mind, that you will have to make an account to use the gimbal, which is a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating, because not everyone wants an account for everything they use. So it did take some time. The software can be a little bit glitchy at times, which is a good segue into the other point. Is it markets that there's what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it tracks an object. It markets that it tracks an object really well, and you can do it when you're running, like running past the camera or something like that. But it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. Super cool feature. But I probably won't use it all that often. It's not super great, so it's glitchy. Say my hand is the object, right? It'll track it for a little bit, and then it'll shoot off to the side. Like it'll like, whink, right off the side. For some reason, like I guess it loses the object tracking, kind of loses it, even though it's still right in front of the camera. It'll just, the camera will just move and go vroom, and look somewhere else over there. Don't know what that's all about, but that is something to keep in mind. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the horizon. Imagine there's a little line that I just drew with my finger, right? This is a horizon, it's level with the ground, right? This gimbal tends to drift, so it turns its horizon from, straight line to like a slightly down line. I mean, not that much, but I'm just really exaggerating it just to really point or like show you what I mean. It's more like 3 or 4 degrees off, so it's not a significant amount. It's a little bit annoying. So every time before I film, I make sure everything's perfectly balanced, and then I recalibrate the gimbal. And even just looking at my phone right now, it is slightly rotated. It's visibly offset. So I don't know. That's a little bit annoying. But when you're done with the footage, you can just re-rotate it in your. I'm not sure about Android. I think you can do it on Android. But I know in iOS you can adjust the angle of a photo, like you can rotate it. So that's just what I've been doing. Actually, I haven't really even been doing that because it's not a significant amount that when looking at the footage it looks weird. That would be my last thing I want to talk about this gimbal. Talk about the good parts, talk about the bad parts. Let's get into my final verdict and how I think or how I feel about this gimbal overall. So overall, it's an amazing gimbal. I personally will be keeping this. I'm not going to resell it. The drifting horizon, I mean, it's a little bit annoying when I look at it, but like when you look at this footage right now, does it look significantly like wah, off to one side? No, it doesn't. Unless you're a genius and you can see that, oh, that footage is 2 degrees off to the left. I don't think very many people can do that. I know if I look at a footage or at a photo or some video, I can't be like, oh, they should have rotated it 3 degrees to the left to have it a little bit nicer. It looks fine. It works. It's smooth. The quality is amazing. The tripod I use almost every single time I pull out this gimbal. Like, I just keep it screwed into the bottom because it's such a handy thing to have. Like right now, it's set up on the tripod. I would highly recommend this gimbal. Now, there is the DJI Osmo Mobile 4 out now, which I would assume is better, so I can leave a link to that also down below. But this is a better deal because the other one's more expensive than the combo pack that I bought. So keep that in mind. I think the combo pack was like $170, and the Osmo Mobile 4 I think is $180 something or other. This is Canadian, by the way, so I'm not sure what that would be in American or in USD. Sorry if you're watching from the States, as I've seen the majority of my viewership is from the States, so I'm sorry, people from the States, but $170 Canadian for the combo pack on the Mobile 3. I think $180 Canadian for just the gimbal and like the bag and the charger for the Mobile 4. So I'm not even going to guess at what that is in American. Living so close to the border, I probably should be able to know what's around what it would be, but I don't. I should probably learn that. I'll learn that. I will get better at guessing American USD at some point whenever I have my next review video. Thank you for those who made it to the end of this video. Links to the Mobile 4 and the Mobile 3 combo pack will be down below, as well as my Instagram and my Twitter will also be linked down below. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, we're really close to 40 subscribers. If we're not already, I'll have to check that when I'm done recording this video. We're almost at 40 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button, get us to 40, and let's try and get to 50 by the end of 2020. I know this has kind of been a funky year for everyone, and I'm super proud of our community. We've gotten to almost 40 subscribers in, when did I start? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. We've gotten to 40 subscribers in like 7.5 months, 8 months. So that's awesome. We're doing great. But let's see if we can get to 50 by the end of 2020 and just start the year off right, because I need a better year. I think we all need a better year than 2020. So hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. We'll go like this. Dope, now we're sunked.